fire that burned behind us, the Thomas Fire, the largest fire in Santa Barbara County history, actually the fire department did such a fabulous job. There was one Sunday here when it really did threaten to burn all of this area and burn into Santa Barbara itself. They had over 450 pieces of fire equipment up here. Literally, there were areas where there was a fire truck in every house, at every house. So amazing what they did on that, controlling that. When the fire goes through, it destroys all the roots, et cetera, and so on. The plants are not there. That's what holds the mountainside. The night that it happened, you know, as Bob said, we all went to bed, and I can remember waking up right around that 3 o'clock time. It was raining so hard at my house, which as the crow flies is about 4 or 5 miles from here, that I thought the roof was going to come apart. It was raining that hard for about 15 minutes. But you turn over and go back to sleep, and it's not until the next morning that you really realize what has happened. And when this sudden deluge that lasted 15 or 20 minutes, the amount of water that came down in the fire area, there was nothing to hold back. So where it had burned, it was going to go. And the size of the boulders that it brought with it were absolutely, it was stunning. There were boulders the size of tour buses. And Caltrans literally had to explode them in place to break them up to gain access to some of the areas afterwards. As you've seen around this neighborhood, just the total destruction of some of the homes. Some of the homes survived with great damage. And I think the thing that's the hardest is to determine what you can actually salvage. The first time I worked on this home a number of months ago, as soon as you would get into a corner, there would still be wet mud. No matter how many weeks later, there was always more mud to find. Just the power and the force is amazing. I worked at one home on a Saturday where the daughter, her mother was one of the fatalities. The daughter wanted to find photos, and about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we actually found and recovered several photo albums, and they were actually able to salvage some of the photos. That's the type of memorabilia, you know, that for a family can be so important. She sat down on the ground with tears in her eyes, turning the pages, photos that hopefully she was able to take to the restorer. The hard stuff, the furniture, et cetera, and so on, those are replaceables. It's your memories and what you hold dear that is not replaceable. You know, the owners being, you know, really thankful for the help that they've been getting. And it's about community. From Goleta through Montacito is really one community. And, you know, you would like to think that as you help others, that if you had an issue, that others would help you.